Ariana Grande is now in her new cosplay era, currently portraying a starving, helpless child straight out of a Charles Dickens novel. Everyone on the internet has been asking what happened to her and whether she's okay. I was also wondering how she went from this to this. I have to admit, although I love pop, I did not know about Ariana until the infamous donut licking incident. For context, if you didn't know, in 2015, Ariana Grande was caught on camera licking donuts and saying she hates America. I would call that quite the PR disaster, but somehow she managed to recover from it and became a huge pop star. I never really thought much of her ethnicity, and I thought maybe she had some South American heritage, but she is actually Italian. Although, I shouldn't just jump into conclusions about her racial background, because by 2025, she has apparently managed to cosplay every single race and is currently in her Victorian orphan who just got caught stealing a loaf of bread stage. So let's just take a quick look at Ariana's history of racial evolution and plastic surgeries that completely transformed her looks over the years. This is Ariana Grande in 2009, so before she was really famous. In this video, she's about 15 or 16 years old, and this is her original natural look. Then here she is in 2010 and in 2011. During this period, Ariana did theater and also starred in a Nickelodeon show Victorious, but she started to lay groundwork for her career as a singer. When we fast forward to 2015, this is around the time she really started to blow up. I guess you can see how many people thought she had some sort of South American background, as she's definitely giving off Latina vibes and going heavier on the tan. Ariana Grande in those early years was like, well, why be Italian American when you can just be Hispanic for a few albums? And then we were slowly moving into her black era that started in 2018, when she starts to tan even more and starting to emulate black accent and culture. I would play a video of her black scent, but some content creators were hit with a DMCA claim over the footage, so I won't play it for you guys. Between 2021 and 2022, you can notice she started to look more like an anime character. This was her Asian K-pop era. More and more facial surgery starts to be apparent. This is the final stage where her facial changes became very noticeable. She has officially only admitted to fillers and Botox, but I'm having a hard time believing that. It definitely looks like she had a nose job, possibly a facelift, and obviously some work done on her eyes. I don't believe it's just Botox, fillers, and makeup, especially if you look at her current appearance. At this point, her eyebrows are so altered that they permanently look like they're upside down. Apparently now she is cosplaying as a poor English orphan, a helpless child. I have a theory that this is entirely a result of her being cast in Wicked, which was announced in November 2021. This aligns with the timeline of the shift in her appearance, trying to look extremely skinny, malnourished, and like a poor orphan English child. After she got married, I feel like she disappeared from the public eye for a little while. When she re-emerged, looking frail and skinny, unwell I would say, I started wondering if things weren't going great in her marriage, or if something else was happening in her private life. However, after everything she pulled off with Ethan Slater, finalizing her divorce, and now all the publicity around Wicked, she still looks extremely frail and unwell. I'm starting to think this might be just another intentional cosplay. Wicked has been virtually everywhere over the last couple of months, with lots of press, interviews, appearances, and award shows. Every time I see Ariana, she doesn't look quite right. If she's truly putting this on as some sort of performance, someone needs to tell her it's not a great look. Like, should we call a wellness check for her? From the demure behavior to the starved appearance, dresses that are a size too big, the constant need to touch Cynthia and her emotional support Neil, it's just really, really weird. I wonder if this is part of her attempt to completely rebrand, but I think a lot of people are starting to see through her immature behavior, and her reputation has taken some hits. I'm not just talking about the donut incident where she insulted the whole country, but also the fact that she has a history of changing her race to match whatever is currently popular and jumping from relationship to relationship with men who are not necessarily single at that time. Many ex-girlfriends have confirmed that they were still in an on and off relationship with the guys Ariana pursued. Her affair with Ethan, who was a married guy and had just had a baby, is just straight up wrong. She is a great singer, but honestly, all this cosplay, impulsiveness, and the personal drama that constantly surrounds her just takes away from her true talent. What do you guys think? Is she truly unwell, or is this a part of her new act? Leave a comment below. Until next time.